Welcome, welcome, welcome. There we go. Got our little page here. Oh my goodness, so many people in chat already. Let's see, who do we have? Make sure mic's on. Yep, mic is on. Okay, we're good. Let's see, who do we have? Oh my, all right, we got Pat, first one in the chat. Oh, technically Tyler was the first one in the chat. We've got Christina, Flossie, Donna, let's see, Nika, Kimmy, let's see, Cheryl. Wow, well, welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Let's see, how do you say, everybody's saying hi. Let's see, how do you highlight my name? Hi, Cheryl. Let's see. I think the at type person before the name at. Yeah. I did it once and it didn't work. Try mine at Donna. I'm not sure how to highlight the name on YouTube, actually. Do you have a channel, Donna? Let's see. Oh, I'm highlighted. Okay, there you go. Let's see. Happy almost 4th. Hi, Kathy. Yep, it's almost the 4th. Let's see. Let's see. Gotta get something, okay. Let's see. So happy to be joining in tonight. My time to relax, my PT killing me. Oh, your physical therapy. Awesome, Christina. Well, not awesome that your physical therapy killed you, but I'm glad that you're happy to be here. Let's see. Oh, we got lots of highs to me. Hello, everyone. Let's see. And hi, Kelly, Samantha, Sandra, Victoria, Ariane. Oh my goodness, full house here, you guys. Look at you jumping right in. I'm going to turn on a fan 1 second. There we go. All right. Wow. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I haven't posted the colors yet because just the last couple days got away from me. But I did post an updated picture. Let's see if we can get rid of that glare just a little bit. I did post an updated picture on Facebook and on Instagram. So to recap, we got a bunch of little fishies done. Here, where's my little pointer here? We got our little neon tetras and our little green fishies and our rainbow and some treasure. Basically, we finished everything except for the ocean floor and the background, which is what we are going to attempt to do today. Let's see. Yeah, we got the 4th coming up. I can't remember if I mentioned it, I did get my Arteza pencils in, so there's going to be a nice little video coming on Friday. I'll give you a quick sneak peek of what I'm working on, because for the pencils that I'm doing, I'm going to show you guys all how to use them. So just a quick sneak peek. Look how pretty that is. So more to come with those Arteza pencils. So look for that on Friday. I'll be talking all about them, how they compare to other pencils and how I like them, and just I'm coloring a whole picture so that I can be fully informed on all aspects of the pencil. You know, I can compare them to a lot of other pencils. What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? So that will all be on Friday, and that's not. We are going to live stream on Friday, but that won't be a live stream. I'm going to do a video and then upload it. My goal is sometime before noon on Friday, and then I'll have a little, I guess, sort of announcement to go along with it. So keep an eye out for that on Friday, and that'll be, you know, before noon Central Time. So that will be exciting. Oh, and I did get I picked up my little kneaded eraser here. I forgot how much I like them, and I ended up going with the Faber-Castell ones. So, let's see, how was everybody's day yesterday? Nice and quiet. We had a really busy day over here today. We had doctor's appointments for the kiddos. We had various activities. We ran some errands, got some stuff for 4th of July. So, yeah, my youngest said he was so excited. He was so excited. And I said, what are you so excited? He said, I'm so excited for sleep. So, you know, it's been a big day when they voluntarily go to bed on time. So, oh, it's Miranda. Okay. All right. Well, welcome, Miranda. Flossie. Yeah, Miranda. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and jump in? What we're going to do first is we're going to do the seafloor first, and then we are going to do this last, only because it's going to be powdery and stuff. So we're going to get the rest of the pencils out of the way, and then we are going to do the ocean. So to recap for what you'll need for the ocean, I put a list of supplies. We went over it on Monday, and I put a list of supplies on the Facebook group as well, just to remind everybody. I'm probably going to use both so that those who are using the pastel sticks and those who are using the pastel palettes will be able to follow along however they're doing it. So to recap, this is kind of the little list that I made. This is a rough list. I cleared it up a little bit when I posted it on Facebook. Sounds good, Donna. So either pastel palettes or chalk pastels, and the pastel palettes are this little Pebbles Chalks. There's a link to that below in the description. And then the pastel sticks are ones like these. Okay, so either one of those will work. The cotton balls or palms, whichever you prefer. These are the little palms, and I did find my little grabby thing. I have this to help me grab the little ones. Stream Element should be working. Oh, is that not popping up? Let me... Let me check. I might need to re-log in. Here, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can... let's see. Give me 1 second. If it lags a little bit, it's just because... yeah, it's popping out a little bit. So give me 1 sec. See if I can fix Nightbot here. 1 second. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay. Let's see, commands, custom. Okay. The commands should be working. Tyler, go ahead and give the commands another try here. See if that works. I just re-logged in, so hopefully that will refresh it. Let's exclamations. Got my cord in the way. Instagram. Exclamation point Instagram. Maybe that'll pop up. Maybe I just needed to re-log in. Give it a sec. Okay. I might have to fiddle with it a little bit. It could be that somehow Nightbot got knocked out as a mod. So, yeah, I guess we'll just have to... Yeah, I'm going to have to fiddle with it after stream. So, yeah, well, I guess we'll have to skip the commands for tonight. But, you know, we can just say, you know, it's the name for the color is Emily Illustrator Coloring Friends on Facebook. And Instagram is just Emily Illustrator. So if anybody asks, we could just type that in just because the commands are temporarily down. And I'm afraid if I fiddle with it on Stream Elements that I may do something with the stream. So yeah, don't worry about it. I'll keep the link pasted and put it here. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Tyler. Okay, so back to it. All right, so I've got this little grabber here. It actually came with the Pebbles Chalks. And so it's, you know, got a little thing here. And it's great because you can use it to grab this. You could also use tweezers. Yeah, Nightbot got tired. There you go. You can also use tweezers if you don't have one of these. So this is specifically for the little teeny tiny palms if you have these and you need something easier to grab. This came with the Pebbles Chalks. So, let's see, can I zoom out? There we go. Yeah, this came with the Pebbles Chalks. So, there we go. Hi, Mia. We're too demanding. No worries, Sarah. And I apologize if I missed anybody's name. It's just such a wonderful flood of chat in there. So if I missed anybody, I apologize. And welcome, welcome, welcome. We are on the last section of our page here. We're going over what tools we're going to use for the background here. Okay, so there's that if you're using the palms. Otherwise, you can use your handy dandy cotton balls. Hi, Nick. I'm going to assume Nick, maybe? Hey, NNT. Yeah, there we go. Hi, NNT. There we go. Let's see. So, cotton balls are what else we're going to use. Okay. Then we've got, let's see. Did I leave my blending stump out? I did. Okay. Let me grab it 1 sec. All right. Other things that you are going to be able to use for blending. Let's grab tissues here. Okay. You can use one of 3 things when we are blending for the bubbles and such. You can use handy Q-tip, blending stump, or just your standard tissue. So those 3 things are all nice little, I mean, the blending stump's not really household, but tissue and Q-tip are. Let's see, what else you're gonna need is paper. And I've just got this extra sketchbook here, but you can use computer paper or lined paper. It really doesn't matter. You want it the size of a full-size piece of paper. So like a note card would probably be too small. So I'm going to have this handy piece of paper close by. Okay. And let's see. You're also going to need scissors. You can use any scissors. These are just the ones I happen to have. And lastly, an eraser. I went ahead and picked myself up the kneadable eraser. I know Prismacolor makes one and Faber-Castell makes one. This is just the one that I had. And let's see, where is my plastic eraser? Okay, I had it out earlier. But you can also use a plastic eraser. It's the Staedtler Eraser. I'm going to be using the kneadable one tonight. I'm not sure where my plastic is in. Nick. Okay, perfect. All right, I'll refer to you as Nick. Okay, so that is all we're going to be using for the background. But before we get to the background, that was just a quick go over of the supplies that you're going to need. Oh, sorry, I forgot one other thing. The X-Acto knife. If you're doing the pastel sticks, then the X-Acto knife or some sort of rare knife, which, disclaimer, do not cut yourself. If you cut yourself, it's not my fault. I warned you. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, very sharp blades, so please be careful whether or not you're using scissors. I think somebody else said a paring knife, X-Acto knife. So those are your supplies we're going to be using tonight for our background. I don't know if you want to get them out now, but you have time because we are going to start with our ocean floor. Okay? All right. So, let's see. All right, so we got this whole floor here. We're going to extend this out all the way to the edge. I know that the line technically stops here, but we're just going to extend it out to the page. If you're doing in your book, you can extend it as far out as you want. I know it kind of, curves in the book over here, so you can stop wherever you like. Or if it's your preference, you can stop here also. But for me, I'm going to be covering this whole bottom part. So, now feel better, Kimmy. Sorry you're not feeling well. Rest up. Health first. Most definitely. Okay. Oh, Mia still has the cold still. It's going around. It really is. I mean, it's summertime, but still. All right, so I'm going to turn this because this is going to be easier when we're doing this here. So what we're going to be using is we're going to be using some greens and some blues and some browns. So let's take a look at our color chart here. I still haven't put away all the colors from last time. So I've got some colors on the desk here, some in the drawer. I bet it's a head coal. It's probably one of those lingering ones. Okay, so we are going to use, let's see, let's try and use some colors we haven't used. Let's do dark brown chocolate. Let's get that. Okay. Let's see here. Dark brown. Here's our dark brown. And let's see, is this chocolate? Yep, there's chocolate. I want to get green ochre. Okay, let's see. Let's see, that is going to be 1091. I was pretty sure I had it out already. See, this is the downside of not putting my pencils away before each stream, is that it's really easy for me to lose track. Let's see, it's next to the spring green. Maybe I did put it away. Yep, I did. Okay, so green ochre. Apart from your mouth, what's going on with your mouth, Miranda? Or maybe it's something you mentioned earlier. Oh, but you're in the UK, that's right. So, oh my goodness, it's so early over there. Well, thank you, Miranda, for coming in, even though it's like, gosh, it's almost 3 a.m. there. You are a trooper. You are a trooper. Oh, I'm sorry, Kimmy. Well, I hope you feel better soon. Drink lots of fluids and rest. Okay, so we've got green ochre. I want to grab Prussian green. We haven't used Prussian green yet. So Prussian green. Let's see, I'm trying to visualize what I want to do here. I want cobalt. Oh, you know what? Cobalt turquoise is the one that I am running out of. So we are not going to do cobalt turquoise. Let's do... Let's see... Let's see. You know what? Let's grab some pale sage. Pale sage. Yeah, pale sage. And let's see. Hi, Elizabeth. Let's see. And clay rose, maybe? No, not clay rose. Let's grab... maybe Indanthrone blue. That might be nice to throw in there. Okay. All right. Let's start with these. All right. So we're going to move this. We're going to go over the colors that we chose here. You know what? I want to throw in Goldenrod also. Okay. You're making my mind off pain, Emily, so it's worth being awake. I have trouble with my teeth, but the doctors here won't help with the pain at all, and I don't have Max Facts until the 20th. Oh, I'm sorry, Miranda. That is rough. That's real rough. Well, just, relax and, you know, suck on some, well, no, ice chips probably wouldn't help if it's teeth. That would probably make the pain worse. But, you know, maybe something warm. Nice cup of tea. Cup of tea would be good. Okay. So let's zoom in so we can take a look at our pencil numbers and names here. Okay. So we're going to go through these a little bit slower so everybody can write them down if they want. Let's make sure we're nice and focused here. There we go. All right, so we have Prussian green, PC 109. Then we have Goldenrod, PC 1034. Then we have dark brown, PC 946. Then we have chocolate, PC 1082. Starting to get better slowly, okay. All right, have a good night, Nick. Thanks for stopping by. Then we have green ochre, PC 1091. Then we have pale sage, PC 1089. And then we have, oh wait, that's dioxazine purple. Huh, would help if I grab the right one. This is why I always read both the name and the number, because half the time I've grabbed the wrong one. All right, let's see, where is Indanthrone? Here we go, Indanthrone blue, that's what we want. All right. Oh, she wrote Mai instead of Mia. No worries, Elizabeth. Half the time autocorrect gets me. All right, so then Indanthrone blue, PC 208. So we'll flip these around so everybody can see them. There we go. Pale sage and Indanthrone. Scoot them down just a bit. There we go. All right, so these look all the colors. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can fit them all in. There we go. Those are all our colors we're going to be using here. Okay. Yeah, I started to say ice chips, but I realized if you have a teeth thing, that isn't right. It's kind of just like ice cubes. I don't think you can get them at the grocery store, but you know, you could just get some ice cubes and chop them up. I know the, you know, hospitals tend to have them, but I realized that cold on your teeth probably wouldn't feel good. So that was bad advice. So yes, probably cup of tea. Cup of tea always helps. All right, so we're going to start on this side first. Let's zoom out just a little bit. I have a feeling that something a bit more zoomed out is going to be more appropriate today, since we're doing full backgrounds. Oh, and look at me, I unplugged my headphones here. Let's fix that. Yeah, just flat pieces of ice. Okay, we're going to position the camera up a little bit higher today, since we're doing a background. Yeah, it makes it so that if you're just chewing on them, they break up a little bit easier. Makes it a little bit more pleasant to, rather than just the giant ice cubes, you know? Okay. All right, gonna fix that. There we go. That's better. All right, now let's focus, shall we? There we go. All right, there we go. There we go. And we can zoom in a little bit, but this way we can zoom out just a bit more. Also, if you need a hospital type numbing, look for hurricane gel that's used in your mouth. I had a lot for my teeth. Oh yeah, there you go, a numbing thing. Like, and I think there's like Oragel and all of that. So yeah, a good numbing cream might be good. Or if all else fails, aspirin. Okay. I looked over the stream yet and hadn't caught up. I'm like, oh man, why is it so blurry? And then I realized that I was just now doing that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our darker color first. So we're going to use dark brown PC 946. Okay. Get this nice and sharp in here. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, tooth pain is no fun. My ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor wants me to get my tonsils out. I'm not going to do it quite yet, because when I do, I'm going to be out for an entire week. So I am not looking forward to that at all. But on the plus side, tonsils, so yay! But Not looking forward to the recovery time, but that'll happen. That'll happen in a little while. There's no giant rush for it. I love ice. My sister's husband used to get so annoyed with me because I chew and crunch my ice when I have a drink with ice in it, but it's so satisfying when you do that. Clove oil also helps to numb it and kill bacteria. Just rub it around your gums. Oh, there you go. Okay, so let's see. Can everyone see this okay? Maybe we'll zoom in just a smidge more. I want to make sure everybody can get a good view here. Apparently for some people, crunching ice is like fingernails on a chalkboard. I get that. I get that. Okay, so like I said, dark brown, PC 946. We're gonna start here. Now, if you want, you can always draw a black line on top to connect it, but since we're starting with something dark, I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Going right along that line here. I love ice once I have morphine inside of me. There you go. Sound design. It was a hit or miss for me too, but the hurricane gel works wonders. Oh, that'll be good. Okay, dark brown here. Peas in a pod, Mia. I eat ice year round. There you go. Even when you're freezing. That's funny. Okay. So we're adding the dark brown all where there would be some sort of shadow. Basically where it's all going to touch the ocean floor is where we're adding it. Let's see, it stops right about there. So we're going to add this here. Let me zoom out. I actually had a late night coffee tonight, Mia. I see iced coffee. See, I also have a hard time with iced coffee because in my head it's just like I enjoy it, you know, warm. So it's like once it's cold, then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. My brain recognizes it as maybe like coffee that's been sitting out or something. Nom nom iced coffee. There you go. Hi, Patricia. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we got the dark brown here. A little bit of dark brown there. A little bit of dark brown there. And I'm not coloring super dark, you know, I'm still, because we're going to be adding a lot of other colors, so I'm just kind of coloring it lightly. That's right. I guess if you're in the UK, ice isn't as big of a deal in the UK, is it? I seem to remember when I visited, they didn't just naturally serve like water with ice, and I've seen like a few articles about, you know, differences between the US and the UK, and one of the things is ice in all the drinks. Yeah, and that's basically it, is they brew it, but then they chill it, and so you're just basically, you know, drinking an iced coffee. I mean, it's, yeah, coffee with ice in it, so it's just like a cold coffee. All right, so the brown is, like I said, acting as the shadow underneath whatever item. There we go. Okay, it's like that. Okay, now since we have kind of brown next to brown here, that's when I want to bring in, let's see, let's take the Prussian green. Let's go ahead and sharpen that. Cold brew coffee now. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so let's see, we've got Prussian green. We're gonna kind of go over that just a little bit. And I suppose theoretically, the ocean floor would be, you know, kind of have a sandy color. Actually, you know what? Let's see, Sandbar brown. What color is that? Where's my book? There it is. So I have mouth troubles. I have to put ice in everything, paint or not. I don't know why. Oh no. Let's see, Sandbar brown. What is it? Yeah, we are gonna grab Sandbar brown. I mean, we're coloring the ocean floor. I feel like Sandbar brown is appropriate. Okay, so add Sandbar brown to your repertoire. It is Sandbar brown, PC 1094. That'll be good. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Okay, so we're back to our Prussian green here, PC 109. Okay. And we're going to be adding lots of colors. So I know it may just look like brown and green right now, but once we add all the other colors, we'll get a bit more of a cohesive look here. Okay. Kind of going over the brown just a little bit. I use essential oils for my headaches sometimes, if that's like the naturopath. Mostly the lavender and peppermint. It helps a little bit. Sounds good, Samantha. Okay. So there's that. And you can see I'm kind of creating some lines here because obviously it's the ocean floor is gonna be textured. Okay. Just like so. All right. Now we're gonna take more of our dark brown. I'm going to turn this for a sec because when you're at the edge and you keep hitting it, it's harder. So I'm actually going to color along this edge line here. Okay, sometimes it takes a point where I don't care what the glow oil. Oh yeah, there you go. Still trying to get caught up, just finished Aussie himself. Sounds good, Cheryl. Oh, and I have to take a look at the poll, but it looked like Magical Jungle was winning. So probably tomorrow I'm going to pick a couple pages from there, and then I'll put that one on Instagram where everybody can vote on the page. You lot got to pick the book, and then the rest of the public will get to pick. And this is just, this is the dark brown, by the way. Peppermint oil for headaches. Yeah, there you go, Crystal. You lot got to pick the book, and then you can go and vote on the page as well. And I'm going to put a poll up there for whichever page we end up choosing also. So I'll take a look. I'll look through it and we'll come up with something. There we go. Nice peppermint for my headaches, and the headache is gone almost right away. Oh, nice, Patricia. Okay. That was our dark brown. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use our Sandbar brown, PC 1094. And we are going to fill in some more of this space here. So, and I'm just coloring the toucan. What about the toucan? Not sure. You could Google and see. I suppose it can be. Oh, there you go. You see I got a little nick here, and it's because I got some pencil dust. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab my eraser here and try and pick up some of that stuff that's kind of stuck to the board here. Go. All right, back to it. All right, so we're using the Sandbar brown right now. And just pepper tea, maybe I could use the oil, yeah. Oh, the toucan page. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. So the way that I pick pages for, because I'll usually, pick a couple of them and then everybody gets to vote on them. I pick specific pages for stream. They're going to have a lot of different elements so that nobody gets bored. And also, part of me kind of wants to do a page I haven't done before. And I have done the toucan. I actually colored that one digitally. Okay, so that was the Sandbar brown, kind of going over the whole thing there. Now we're going to take our green ochre. Hi, Carol. And we're just going to kind of add more texture to all of this. Color a little bit darker over it. Pull in some lines here. So you can see I'm not just covering the whole thing kind of like I did with the sandbar. I'm creating almost kind of lines in the sand here a bit. But the idea is creating sort of a vignette almost across the edge. You see how it's kind of like darker and it kind of frames it a little. We're going to do the same thing down here. I can't take stuff like aspirin, ibuprofen, or Tylenol, so I have to go natural. Oh, there you go, Crystal. Yeah, I can't do ibuprofen. It upsets my stomach. Oh, I'm sorry, Miranda. Strong painkillers, yeah. All right, so we're going to get a little bit of this Prussian green right here. There we go. I surprised I like Magical so much once I started coloring. I love it because of all the animals, and it's got like bigger spaces to color in, you know? So I didn't know if it's safe to use peppermint oil for tooth pain. I mean, diluted if you put it on your skin. Yeah, the one that I have is a roll-on. I don't know where mine is. Well, it's in my purse, which is somewhere. But I use a roll-on, and it's pre-diluted. But I'm pretty sure that with any of the essential oils, they have to be diluted with something, you know, like a coconut oil or something. But I'm not super familiar. I buy mine pre-diluted because I'm worried about getting the ratios wrong, you know? This is dark brown that I'm using, by the way. Does not need to be diluted and can use full strength. It'll be applied directly to stomach for stomach aches. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we're going to use a bit more of that Prussian green. Don't go in any particular order. I just kind of like look at it and be like, okay, now I feel like it needs this, you know? A couple of drops on a cotton ball, add a few drops to water. There you go. All right, so now we're going to use some Goldenrod. We're just trying to create sort of a texture with all the different colors. And we're going to move down and do the rest of it here in a little bit. Peppermint is great for headaches too. Oh yeah, peppermint's great for headaches. Okay, let's see. We haven't used chocolate, so let's use chocolate here. We're going to go around the edges a little bit. There we go. All right, now let's throw in some pale sage. Pale sage would be great kind of as a blender almost. Add in a bit more of that green. I'm not fully covering it, but I'm adding enough to add in some of that green. You can see it's starting to make it a bit more vibrant. Now the shadow underneath the items isn't as dark anymore. So here's where I'm going to use the blue a little bit. Okay, now I'm not doing much because this is so light it could quickly overwhelm it. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to, you know, just very lightly create a few lines. We're not doing, you know, it's very, very light. But you're trying to make that shadow underneath those items pop a little bit. I can see because of all the greens already, it's actually almost looking like it's kind of blue. Then we're going to go back over it again with a brown. Same thing up here. And we're doing this instead of using black because it just makes it pop. It brings it to life so much more than just adding, you know, a single monotone of black on it. Okay, so there's that blue. We're going to add a little bit here. And this is the Indanthrone balloon, by the way, the PC208. Here we go. Okay, so we got that there. Now we're going to go back in with that dark brown. Actually, you know what? Let's see, what do I want to do with that? Actually, we're going to go in with the Sandbar brown. Okay. Sounds good, Flossie or Miranda. Okay, so we're going to take the Sandbar brown. We're going to go over that blue a little bit. Okay. And I'm pressing just a little bit harder. Not super hard, but definitely harder than a light thing because we're trying to kind of assist with the blending a little bit. Okay. A little bit out there. A little bit over that blue here. We're going to turn this so we can get this part here. All right. So, Sandbar brown over that. Then we're going to take the pale sage again. We're going to go over it again. Getting a nice textured look is all about the layers and using multiple colors. Okay, and we're going to go over that part that we just darkened because it's helping to blend it in a little bit, and then we'll hit those shadows with brown one more time. Okay, really make it pop. Okay, so now we are going to take our dark brown, okay, the PC 946, and we're going to hit those dark spots one more time. Okay, just like so. See, it's not quite bright green, but it's not real stark either. It's just dark enough to, you know, have something underneath. So a little bit there. Make sure you get close to those little pieces there. There we go. Bringing in that brown. Okay. So now I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Oh, that's in. There's this out. There you go. Now you can kind of see how we've kept our dark color underneath here where all of these coins at the base of the chest is going to be, but then out here where there is nothing over it, we've lightened it, and then we've created that kind of vignette look around. And the vignette is when, I think I'd like on Instagram when you can add a vignette, it's got that kind of oval almost shaped shadow around your photo. That's kind of what we're going for here. We've got the darker all around the edge here. Okay. Also, nice thing about these erasers is you can press it to help pick up some of that pencil dust. Just like so. I love these kinds of erasers. Okay. So, and then whenever you're done, you just knead it and kind of fold whatever dust you just picked up into the eraser. These are seriously my favorite. I have to keep them away for the kids though, because they're always playing with them like Play-Doh. Okay. So now we're gonna shift and do this middle part here. Now obviously I don't remember the exact order that I did these all in, but it's kind of about feel more than anything else. Okay, I do know that we started with the dark brown. So that's what we're gonna start with again. Okay, so let's zoom back in a little bit here. Here we go. Make sure we're nice and in focus. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with that dark brown again, right along the base of the chest here. Okay, we're going to drag that out just a little bit. Got some under this emerald. Thank you, Mia. Okay. Let's see how far down this go. We're going to shift up just a little bit. Okay. And we're going to go along the base here. And I am drawing an initial diagonal line, but because it's going horizontally, what I'm going to do after I get this kind of darker brown is I'm going to make sure that my lines coming out stay horizontal. Like so. Got to get that shadow under the crown, under these coins. Okay. Under these coins. Let's see, how far is my camera down? We stop here. Okay. We'll shift this down a little bit, but I want to make sure I'm not coloring out of frame here for you, but I also don't want to zoom out too far so you can't see. Okay, we're going to get this brown in between here. Okay, dragging that out. Get that little bit there. jewel. Okay. All right. And I believe we got our Prussian green here, and that is the PC 109. Okay. Like I said, like you may not do it the exact same way, you know, unless you do the whole thing all at once. I'm kind of splitting it up here so we can go section by section. But like I said, you just kind of get a feel of it. Now you know what this side looks like. So it's like, all right, my goal is to get this one similar to this one. And you can see how many different colors we used. You know, there was quite a few. All right, make sure we're all in frame here. Okay. And we're adding that green to the chest here to kind of make sure that there's a bit of a contrast between the dark brown and the chest, because obviously the chest is all brown. So you don't want to just put straight brown next to brown or you're going to lose all your contrast. Go. Out. Let's see, am I still in frame? Yes, we're still in frame. Okay. A little bit down here. Then under the coins here. Okay. There we go. All right. And we'll shift down and do more of this here in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to sweep away some of that dust. Now we're going to take our Sandbar brown, which is the PC 1094, and we're going to fill in that space here. Sort of think of it like your base color almost, because then we're going to build off of that. We're getting our shadows down first, now our base color, then we can build up and add more texture with all the other colors. If that makes sense. I suppose theoretically you could lay down the base color first, but for this particular instance, this is how we're going to do that. Okay, now let's see. See, now this is where I kind of lost what order I did. I know which colors I'm using, but you know. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and use the chocolate next. PC 1082. Okay. Oh, you know what? No, we're going to go back in with the brown here because I want to make sure that we get this darker color here along the edge, okay? So, take this brown here. And you know what? I am just going to shift this so that we can see this other side too. That way we can just finish that up. So we're going to go ahead and take this brown again along this line here. And then we're going to extend it out right there. Okay. There we go. All right. Take this here. We're going to color along that line there. And again, it may be a little bit different for you if your page is in the book. So you may not be able to get that close. So just get however close you feel comfortable with getting. Really, Mia? How many, what's the count up to now? Because it was, the biggest pack was it 36 for the fine liners? How many new colors do they have, Mia? Okay, there's that brown. You can see I'm drawing the lines out. I'm not just coloring it solid. 60! That's a pretty big increase, isn't it? I'm drawing a blank. What was it before? Because I know the Staedtler Ergosoft were 36, and it used to be 48. Wow, that's 12 new colors. Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that out. All right, so here's Prussian. Okay, we're going over that dark brown with the Prussian. They're on Amazon? Okay, cool. I'll have to take a look at that. That's exciting. I wonder if that means they're going to add more colors to the Ergosofts too. Well, no, I guess it always had more. This is the Sandbar brown, by the way. I mean, I guess the fine liners always had more for it, but if they're coming up with more colors, how exciting would that be if they added more colors to the Ergosoft? You know, just a few more. Dawn posted about them? Okay, I'll have to look. I haven't been on Facebook in the last couple of hours, so I'll have to take a look at that. Okay, there's the Sandbar. All right, now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and use the Indanthrone blue here. Let's shift this down here so you can see. Definitely pop that right there so that kind of pops away from it. There we go. And I'm not pressing real hard. We're just using enough of this blue to kind of pop out that shadow. Hope they come out new colors in the fiber tips too. Yeah, that would be awesome. Okay. Blue along here. Might have been a different group. Okay. Well, either way. Even if it's not in this group, we could always, I can pull it up on Amazon and then we can share the link in the group. So, not a big deal there. Has anyone ever used Papermate flares? I haven't. Why are they called flares? Is it a different nib? Is it like a brush pen, brush marker? Pop this blue over here. There we go. More blue there. And again, I'm not pushing super hard. They're not special, just regular tips. Oh, okay. It's this blue up here. And again, I'm drawing lines out. I'm not just covering the whole thing. They're felt tips though, right? Yeah, I would assume so. I'm assuming they're water-based, Mia? And again, this is the Indanthrone blue I'm using. All right, now we're going to take our green ochre. There we go, that's a little better. Okay, going over that blue. They're water-based? Okay. They're felt tip nibs? All right, awesome. I like the Staedtler fiber tips better. Green ochre there. Okay. Go. Going over that blue a little bit, just toning it down just a bit. Make sure we're bringing that green back in. Green ochre is pretty mild too. It's not a real bright green, which is why it's nice to use to tone down without overwhelming the blue. Okay. Let that color in there. All right, then we're gonna, or the Staedtler's juicier, more like a marker. I don't know about the fiber tip ones. Like I use the Staedtler fine liners. I like those a lot. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna take some Goldenrod and throw this in before we go ahead and do the pale sage here over the top. All right. All right, now we're going to use the pale sage to kind of go over, sort of smooth things out a bit, blend it. You can see that's popping back a little bit more green, so we'll need to go back over with some more of the brown colors when we're done here. There we go. And I am pressing a little bit harder because we're using the pale sage to kind of blend it. Oh, I know, it's taken me so long to spell Staedtler correctly. It just helped after I, you know, put hashtag after hashtag about Staedtler. I eventually got it. Now my phone, the word is in there, so if I get it wrong, it corrects me. So that's nice. I still occasionally have to look at the box when I'm writing about them. Using that pale sage to kind of blend it all together here. Go. All right, that's a good blend together. Now you can see that this little corner that we did is significantly, this is much more green than we had before. So this is where we're going to bring in the other browns and stuff to try and bring back some of that texture. So we are going to grab the dark brown again. Okay. And we're going to go over those shadows a bit more. Because we are going for more of a sandy look than we are a grassy look. So we want those browns to maybe overweigh the greens just a bit. There we go. Right along the edge there. Bring some of this dark brown up here under the shadows. The pinks and the purples, yeah. Welcome back, Miranda. Bring that brown here. We're just evening out some of that greenish blue here. There's that. Now we're going to grab the green ochre. Brush tips are probably better for hand lettering and calligraphy, I suppose. Oh, I would think so, Crystal. Although I never got the hang of it. All right. So, I'm going to bring some of that in. And also, if you find that your two sides aren't matching up as well as you would like, you can always bring it back in on the other side to try and kind of even them out a little bit, you know? Now, excuse me. If you'd like this to be a little bit lighter here, like suppose you go a little heavy on your vignette, like I did, you can always grab your white. Yes, Crystal, yes, her name is Miranda. Okay, so what we're gonna do, because I went a little bit heavier than I would have liked here, so we're gonna take this white, make sure I'm in frame here, and we're gonna go over this with white just a little bit. Just on the little inside part where I want to reiterate that. So we're going across the bottom here, and to make it even, we're going to take the white over here as well. Okay, now let's see. I feel like this side's a little greener than I would have liked. So I'm going to use a little bit of this Goldenrod to bring up some of that yellow here. Okay. All right. Okay. I think it's safe to say that our ocean floor is complete. What do you think? Here, let's make sure we're zoomed all the way out. There we go. All right. What does everyone think of the ocean floor? Yeah? I think it worked out well. Now, if you want to get creative, what you can also do, since we've brought it all the way out. Hi, Sharon. Welcome, welcome. We're just finishing up our seafloor. So, because we drew our seafloor out here, there's a couple things you can do. So I'm going to grab, if you want to have that connecting black line, if I can grab what I'm looking for here. Here we go. Okay, so, oh, that's brown. I don't want brown. We want black. Here we are. All right, so I have the Prismacolor Verathins that I use occasionally. The pack that I got, for some reason, they just shattered in there. So, thank you, Sharon. So, one of the things that you could do, if you want to make sure that you have that black line consistency, is just take your little, you know, whatever kind of fine-tipped black you have. You can just draw that out. Just extend it a little bit. Thank you, Mia. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do this because I want to move on to the background here for you guys. So, but one of the things that you can do, and I do this on some of mine if I want to add more, you could always draw in your own seaweed. I mean, we got all of this negative space right here and it's connected up. And so you can see that there's a bit of a curve to the seaweed. You know, we got some shorter stuff on the inside and then we got some longer stuff on the outside. So theoretically, you could draw more seaweed in, add more to it, and have it come up, you know, even as high as like here and here. And you got a, you know, nice symmetrical look with extra seaweed. We're not going to do that today because I want to move on to the background, but that is something that you could go ahead and try if you wanted to. Okay, so we've got our nice textured ocean floor here. And I believe for now we are done with the pencils. So we're gonna go over real quick which pencils we used for this ocean floor just one more time in case anybody missed it and they want to write it down. Okay, so for our ocean floor, we used these colors. Let's zoom in so you can look at the numbers. Because after this, we're going to move on to the pastels and we'll be done with the Prismacolors, okay? Unless we use some to do some bubbles, which we will probably go ahead and do. All right, so this is Sandbar Brown PC 1094. Okay. Ooh, you know what's going to be kind of fun? Make it so they don't roll. I'm going to take my little kneadable eraser here. Lay it out in a little line. Just kind of treat it like putty. Okay, so here we go. Let's move this up so we can fit them all in. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there you go. All right, so we have our PC. Look at that. It's just holding it in place. PC 1094 Sandbar Brown. We have PC 946, which is our dark brown. We have PC 1082, which is our chocolate. We have green ochre, PC 1091. We have Prussian green, PC 109. Okay, let's make sure we're fitting them all in here. Okay, then we have Pale Sage, PC 1089. Then we have Goldenrod, PC 1034. We have Indanthrone Blue, PC 208. Let's zoom out just a smidge here so we can fit them all in. Okay. And we have white, PC 938. We didn't do them all in the same order all the way throughout. Look at that. They're all stuck now because of the putty. So those are the colors we use. Let's get it nice and focused here. All right. So those are the colors that we used for our seafloor. Here. Whoop, super zoom. All right. So We just, you know, we started with the dark brown, and then the Prussian green, then we just sort of added as we needed and as we felt. But creating the sort of lines is what gave it that kind of texture rather than just one solid color. Okay, so pop that out of that eraser there. Oh, look at that little indents. Okay, so that was our sea floor. All right. So now on to the fun part. Okay, so we're going to make sure we're zoomed all the way out here because we're going to go over a couple things. All right, so first things first, let's see. How do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? All right, first things first, we're going to get our sheet of paper here. Okay. We're going to do a couple things here. All right, so we've got our sheet of paper. Now, you're going to want this to make sure when you're cutting it, we're going to cut this into strips. We're going to do some wavy lines here, okay? Give yourself, you know, about this, how what is that, like 1.5 inches? Let's see. Yeah, give yourself about 1.5 inches-ish because you don't want it, the dust to go over on the other side. But we're going to create a couple of these, okay? You can do any kind of waves you want, but you want to make sure we're going to do 2 of them. And you want to do at least, you could even do 3 if you wanted to. But you want to make sure that the waves are a little bit different from each other because you're going to kind of intersperse them. And so having a couple different waviness is what's going to work, okay? So I'm just going to cut here. I'm going to do a simple wave first, okay? Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. We're just cutting a little wave thing here, okay? Everybody's congratulating Crystal. What is it? I missed it. See, I have a set of Crayola brush markers I got from a giveaway and India had. Don't recall if they're blending markers. Oh, congratulations! Let's see. They peeled paper, right there. I got brave and decided to do my very first page in Serene today. Awesome. How'd it go? It's also the first time I ever felt brave enough to try coloring skin except in Jade's Summer Grayscale books. Awesome, Crystal. My daughter said the skin is looking nice and smooth and even so good. Maybe. I hope. That's awesome. Well, congrats. All right. So I'm just creating some kind of simple waves. All right. So here is our strip here. Okay. Now for me, for these waves, they were about, actually, I'm going to move this so you guys can see the waves up on the blue a little bit better, and then we'll pull that back in when we use it, okay? So you can see these waves here were, you know, inch and a half. That one was almost 2 inches. So you're just creating a variety, okay? So now what we're going to do is we are going to create some wider ones. And actually, just so that there's no confusion on which one I'm using, I'm going to trim off this extra wave here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. All right. Now we're going to do some wider ones, some bigger ones here. Okay, my scissors are so not sharp. I cut too many things with these. Okay, that's about 3 humps there. Okay, so that was that one. Okay, so far we have these wider humps. We've got some medium humps. I keep saying the word humps. I should probably stop. We're going to call them waves. Wider waves, medium waves, and then we're going to make some smaller ones. So I'm going to trim off this edge again here. Yeah, I need to sharpen my scissors. Okay. All right. Now we're going to create a smaller one. Something else you can do, if you have an X-Acto knife, and you're more comfortable with it, it might work better for the smaller ones too. Now I have this little, it's like a self-peeling, self-cutting mat here. So I would not recommend doing this on table. I have this because I've done enough damage to my desk, and you can see it's a little scraped here, and that creates lumps underneath whatever page I'm coloring. No, they are humps. There you go. Oh no, they're forever humps. Ah! Okay, so if you're comfortable with your X-Acto knife, one of the other things you could do, and if you've got one of these little cutting boards, okay, I'm going to create some smaller ones. You could also do these with scissors, and obviously be careful. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. Separate that. Okay. See, it's nice. Self-healing, which I guess it just means it kind of goes back together a little bit. But these mats aren't too expensive. I think I got this for like $16. I know Joanne's has them too. All right. So we have our small, medium, and wide waves. I'm calling them waves, Sharon. It's a live stream. I shouldn't be saying humps over and over. All right. So we have got, so this is with one piece of paper. We're going to want another piece of paper close by because if you're using the pastels or trying anything out, that is what you're going to want to use. You're funny, Sharon. So I'm going to grab myself another piece of paper. Right? And I just, it's one of my extra sketchbooks, so I'm just using sketchbook paper, but you can also use computer paper, lined paper, any of that. Okay, so now we have our waves. Okay, so we're going to gather these up. Now we need to choose our colors that we're going to use. So I need to grab my little stick pastels here. Okay, let's see. These are our markers. Here we go. Move the computer for just a second. Okay, let's see. That's a blue. That's a blue. Because I am going to want to use blues for mine. Hang tight one sec. Okay. I guess that's all the blue as I had. I don't have too many blues of the stick ones. Oh, but I do have more blending stumps, so that's good. More blending stumps. Okay. We're not going to go super complicated. We're just going to use blues. Ooh, fall it over. All right, shift the computer back. All right, there we go. Ow, hit my head. Did you see the 15,000 event in the Johanna group? I didn't. No, is that in the Johanna Best for Your Pages book? Our group? Okay, so these are pretty similar. So I'm just going to grab these ones here. You can see I've shaved them down a couple times. Okay, so here are our supplies, okay? We have our 3 waves here, okay? We've got our waves here. We've got these pastel sticks. We've got some blending stumps. We've got Q-tips, okay? Let's see, where'd that tissue go that I had? There we go. All right, we've got our tissue. Well, to be fair, Sharon, it was the headphones that hit it. It just sort of smashed the headphones on my head. Yeah, if you guys stick around long enough, you'll learn I am incredibly clumsy. There's a good chance at some point I'm going to fall out of my chair. It's just expected. All right, we've got cotton balls. Okay. We've got our chalk pastels. We've got our little grabby thing. Let's see, are we missing anything? Oh yeah, we need our eraser. Okay, now like I said, you can use a plastic eraser too. I picked myself up a kneadable eraser. Okay. Oh, do you seal your pages after you use chalks or pastels? You can. So I don't do a whole lot. Like sometimes I'll laminate mine or whatever, and that really seals it. But from what I've heard, you could use, you know, any kind of fixative that you can get at you know, a hobby shop or anything. But you can also just use like if you have aerosol hairspray, I've heard that you can use it for that as well. So that's a good way to do it also. Oh, thank you, Tyler. There you go. All right, well then we're in good company, Sharon. All right, so there's the kneadable eraser. I think that's everything. Let's check. Okay, we've got our pastels, we've got our cotton balls, our palms, we've got, oh, our X-Acto knife. Okay, we've got our X-Acto knife, we've got our blending stump, we've got Q-tips, we've got our paper here, and our additional sheet of paper that we're gonna be shaving some pastel stuff onto. Okay, so paper, scissors, we already used the scissors, so we're good there, and the eraser. All right, grabby thing. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. Oh, hi, Kat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yep, it's officially my term, grabby thing. I will say, if anybody has any issue with this, so this came in the Pebbles Chalk kit. And this thing kept popping out from the handle. So I actually just put a little bit of super glue and popped it in, and it's no more an issue. So yes, we're very technical here. All the technical terms. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's coloring along or is going to follow this later, but I don't know if anybody needs a minute to get their stuff out here. But we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so we have 3 different waves. And let's see, colors we're going to use for the pastel chalks is we are probably going to use, so we have these 3 colors for our sticks, and then we will use these 3 colors, these little palettes here, for these ones, okay? I mean, they're pretty similar-ish. But for me, I'm going to be using both of these so that I can show everybody how to do it. I must get a grabby thing to add to my arsenal. Yes, if you look it up on Amazon, just search grabby thing. Actually, I don't know what'll come up if you search grabby thing. Don't search grabby thing. The internet's scary. Okay. All right, so we got our little X-Acto knife. I'm telling you, I'm going to get lucky enough. I'm going to end up hurting myself on stream here. That's all right. It's all for posterity. Okay, so I'm going to shift this out of view here, and then I'll pull it in when we use it. And in fact, do I want to pull that out? No, I'm not going to pull that out. All right, I'm going to put this over here so that we can get our page in. Okay. So we got our eraser, our grabby thing, our X-Acto knife, cotton balls. Okay. Okay. All right, so we've got our page here. Now I'm going to leave this pretty zoomed out, I think, so that we can get a good view of what we're doing. All right, so here is what we are going to do. Let's start with our wide sheet of paper here, okay? So just as a reminder, we've got our 3 cut waves here. We've got our small, medium, and large, okay? Our 3 pieces of paper, okay? I searched grabby thing on Amazon and a ton of grab eraser tool. Oh, there you go, there you go. No, I have to search grabby thing. There you go. Well, I haven't searched it. I can't guarantee what'll come up. Grabby, not grubby. Yeah, if grubby things came up, you'd probably like, you know, grub worms, dirty clothes. That'd be weird. Okay, so we're gonna start with our whitest one first, all right? So we're gonna put that there. For our first use, we are going to use our, didn't mean to hit the microphone. Sorry for your ears if that was really loud. I gotta move that out of my way just a little bit. Gotta have it low enough so I can see chat, but far enough away that I'm not smacking it all the time. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We've got our 3 colors here we're gonna use. We got our handy dandy grabber thing. Okay, so now I've used this a lot, as you can tell, so I'm gonna grab one of these little palms that already has some blue on it. You know, it's not really coming off a ton, so it should be fine. All right. Nice thing about the grabby thing is that it's spring-loaded, so I don't have to constantly hold it. Like, it's in hand here. So, and like I said, it should, I'm glad you didn't search grabby things. There you go. Like I said, it should come with your pastel chalks, okay? Now, we're going to lay down all our chalk, and then the bubbles will come afterwards, okay? Now, the one nice thing about something smaller like this is you can be more precise about where you lay it, so you don't have to worry about, you know, covering up too much pencil. All right, so let's see. I feel like I need to, no, I think this is okay. I'm just going to shift this a little bit here. All right. Okay. Well, an alien mail order bride book came up too. Oh, good Lord. I hope not. Okay. Nobody search anything on the internet. It's dangerous and scary. All right. We're going to start over on this side first. So what we're going to do is let's start with our kind of middle color here. Now you can choose one or the other. I'm actually just going to kind of do both. And you're rubbing that palm. Now it's wiggling a bit much, so I need to grip it just a little bit more. All right. You're rubbing that palm in the palette, okay? And like I said, I'm doing both, and you can see it's getting pretty blue on the bottom. Now, not gonna press super hard, okay? You wanna put that wave where you want it to go, okay? So we're just gonna put it right here. And we'll move this down so you can see. We'll zoom in for just a sec here. Make sure that we're nice and focused. Okay, so you can see I've got quite a bit of blue on here. We're not going to press super hard. Okay, you can see right along this edge, we're just going to kind of move in some circles. And we're going to go right along the edge of this paper. And you can see it runs out at some point. So just go ahead and rub it in your chalks again. Okay, we're going to zoom back out here so that you can see the whole thing. Now, if you're moving your paper around, be sure to keep your paper, your waves that you've cut, you know, in the same place. Otherwise, it might look a little uneven. Okay, so we're going to, like I said, just slightly, not super hard because, you know, you want this to look kind of soft. You don't want harsh lines on the other side because you're going to have some harsher lines coming up here as soon as you see after I remove this, okay? And you can drag it out just a little bit more if you want. You kind of just blend in that. All right, now we're going to move. And you can see, you can use your paintbrush to brush away, you know, the extra there. It's nice and it's light, but you have a nice wave going on, okay? So now I'm going to grab a different little palm here. Okay, got this one here. And I'm using the larger palms for this, not the teeny tiny ones. Okay. All right. Now we're going to take our medium waves here, okay? See, am I zoomed all the way out? Yes. Okay. Oh gosh, Sarah. All right. So now we're going to lay down our medium waves here. And I'm going to go with the darker blue in the Pastel Chalks. Okay. And again, I'm not pressing super hard. Okay. But you want to keep your hand on the paper so it's not shifting as you're doing this, okay? And you're just going right along that line here. Okay, do a little bit more. So it seems like about halfway down is kind of when it runs out a little bit. Okay, like I said, you're just doing this slightly. You don't have to press hard. Okay. Nice thing is it doesn't seem to affect the colored stuff too much, you know? Eating fresh strawberries from the farm with toasted marshmallow cream. Oh, that sounds so good, Mia. All right, so we're gonna move that. Okay, got a few more waves here. See, this will start coming together. You'll see what it's gonna end up being like. All right, now we're gonna use our little waves. Okay, we're gonna grab another fresh palm. Well, fresh-ish. Something that's not gonna bleed the wrong color onto it. Okay. All right, now we're gonna do that kind of light teal in the chalk pastel palettes here. Okay. All right, now we've got it kind of over the middle here, and this is our smallest wave. Okay. Waves! Waves! They're waves, Mia! Oh my gosh, they're forever gonna be humps now, aren't they? Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, for these lighter colors, you can press a little bit darker if you want to. Okay. Now, I did skip over the tentacles because there's really no point in adding that to the tentacles there. Thank you, Tyler. Okay. All right, so that's our teal. Okay. Also be careful when you're blowing. If you accidentally add a little spittle onto the chalk pastels, it's going to have a lot harder time doing this. Okay. So, no, stop saying that! No! Oh, it's so catching! No more humps, they're waves! They're waves! Look at our waves, they're beautiful waves! Okay, so you can see how we added that. Now, I'm going to show you how to do the pastel sticks, okay? No! Oh man, it's forever humps. Oh my. We're on to Thursday now. No more hump day for me. There you go. Oh, yep, because it's closing in on that. All right, so now we are going to take our extra sheet of paper here, okay? Wavy humps. Oh, you guys. Okay, let's see. Where did I set my pastels? Okay, so here are our 3 sticks we're going to be working with, okay? We're going to do one at a time. Okay. So we're going to do the dark blue. Humpy humps. You guys. All right. So we're going to take our dark blue here. Okay. And like I showed on Wednesday, we're just kind of taking the edge of this. You don't want to knock out any chunks because otherwise they will end up drawing lines on your page. All you want is the powder. Okay. It's a nice little sound there. Let me move this down so you can see. Okay. Family all in bed. Birdie's all in bed. Me in bed. Perfect, Donna. Okay. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay. Now I've got a fan blowing, so it's kind of blowing it off a little bit. Lumpy head. Stop it! No! I made the mistake of calling the waves humps, and it's stuck, and it's never going away. Okay. So, I'm just tapping off that to get it, okay? Now you can see the wind has kind of brushed this onto, so we're just going to use the brush to brush away the excess here. Okay, so now what we're going to do. Oh, nearly 1 p.m. Thursday afternoon here. Okay, wow. All right, so now we're going to use our cotton balls. Okay, cotton ball, boop, boop. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our cotton ball and we want to get it plenty saturated with our blue. Okay, and this is just the dark blue chalk pastel. It doesn't have a name. These are just the, the master's touch ones, okay? But I'm going to get that pigment on there. And I know obviously we're rubbing some on the paper, but this is the best way I found it. The other way you could do it, theoretically, is you could take it and you could just rub the cotton ball directly on it. But I find that the powder is more efficient. All right, so now we've got our blue cotton ball here. Okay. No! Sharon, stop! No! Oh, I'm never going to live that down. People are going to come in and they're going to wonder what kind of channel we're watching. No, 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 no. Oh, I need to be careful what I say. Okay. We are going to take our small waves with our cotton ball here. And it's the same kind of thing. So you can see this is pretty light. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to create quite a bit more dust over here. No! No, Mia! No! After this stream, the humps will be forgotten. They will be forgotten forever and ever. Oh. What have I done? What have I done? Oh, I'm glad, Sharon. Okay. At least you can hear. You probably can hear that scraping in the microphone. So there's a little ASMR while you wait for me to get more of this dust. Okay, hi Elizabeth. We're working on our background here. All right. So there we go. That's a bit more pigment. And of course, with that fan, I blew this dust all over the picture. It's okay. It's all going to be blue in the end anyway, so it's all right. No, Miranda, no. Good night, Carol. Okay, so there's that. Bit more pigment on there, okay? You can see that's coming out much more dark now. So you want to be careful not to press too hard when you're doing a darker color because you won't have as much control over it, okay? Okay. All right. So there's that wave. Yeah, that dark is kind of nice. All right, so now we're going to do our lighter blue color. Don't you dare, Sarah. Oh, guys, seriously, don't do that. I'll never live it down. No. No, no, no. Oh, you guys are mean. You're mean. Here I am sharing all of my coloring stuff with you, and you're going to call me the hump lady. You guys are mean. You're mean. Okay. Thanks, Kelly. All right, there we go. All right, now we're gonna take the medium waves here. Okay, we're gonna put it right here. We're gonna get another cotton ball for the other color. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, and we're gonna rub that pigment on the cotton ball there. Let's see, why did my thing freeze? Let's see. Why did my screen freeze? What is happening here? Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me still. I'm aware that it froze. I'm not entirely sure why. Can everyone still hear me? Let's see, what happened here? Why did that freeze? It looks like my program froze a little bit. Huh. What happened here? What happened here? Thank you, Sarah. Let's let it go, Donna. Let it go. Okay. Yep, screen has... Okay, screen's frozen. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I gotta figure out what happened here. 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna try and restart this camera here. So give me 1 second. Okay, you can hear me. Yeah. Okay, so give me a second. I need to restart the camera here, okay? Okay, we're gonna... Okay, I'm hoping if this totally cuts out, I'll restart the stream, but I'm gonna turn off the program here because for some reason it froze. Okay? So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna try and get this fixed, okay? Really hoping I won't have to restart stream here. Just give me a sec. Okay. Now, is it back up on active stream? Okay, are we good? I think we're good, or at least we should be good. Hopefully that'll catch up here in a second. I'm not sure why that froze. Okay. Alright. I think we're good. Okay, we should be good. Alright, so where were we? Alright, so we've got the dust here. Okay. We're doing our medium waves here. Okay. And we're adding dust there, just in that one spot, because that's all that is. Okay, yeah, we're back now. Woohoo! Sometimes I have to start the programs in a certain order, so that's what I was concerned wasn't going to work, is starting it up with, you know, the stream already going was going to cause an issue. Okay, so now... Okay, awesome. Yay, it's working. Okay. All right, Miranda. Okay, now I'm going to have to stop. Now I'm going to put my foot down, ladies. No more humps. We're calling them waves. I'm putting my foot down. We're all done with that. Hi, Chels. Foot has been put down. No more. Okay, so we're doing this lighter one now. Okay, I'm scraping some of that. Thank you, Mia. Okay. All right, now we're going to use the larger waves here. Let's blow this away. Welcome, Chels. Thanks, Donna. Okay. All right, so now we're going to take the larger waves, grab a fresh cotton ball, get some of this lighter pigment, Thanks, Chels. Okay. Nice amount of it. Since it's a light color, I don't mind putting, you know, pressing a little harder and getting a lot of pigment on this one. Okay. There we go. Get that color there. Okay. Now we're going to use the dark again, because I really like how that kind of popped there. So we're going to use the medium size again. We're going to get a little bit more of this dark blue. Okay. Why does the blue fish look lighter? This one here? Could also, oh, this over here. It's because the glare of the light. There we go. That's where it is. I've got this light, and the Prismacolors really pick it up, especially if it's semi-shiny. Okay, so we're going to get some more of this dark blue here. Okay. And then we're going to go back to the palettes, too. Let's see. Okay, that was the dark blue one. Get plenty of that pigment. I really need to learn to move this when I'm getting that dust on there. All right, there we go. Now we're going to use the medium. We're going to put it right about here. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. See, and it's pretty soft too. All right, so now we're going to take the small. Okay. And we're gonna get some of this kind of teal from the palette. And you don't have to do bold. I'm only doing bold because everybody's got something different. Okay. So now we're gonna get. Yeah, no worries, Sharon. I think the pack of 12 pack pastel is like what I have from Hobby Lobby. Only $12.99. Plus you can use a 40% off coupon for them. I don't know if you have a Hobby Lobby where you're at, but I know Michael's has like a standing coupon too. And there should be just the standard eyeshadow share. Oh, eyeshadow could work. Yeah, eyeshadow could work. All right, let's see. We're gonna get some lighter blue in here. Okay, let me get my little light blue palm here. Okay, here we go. All right, light blue. Okay. And we're gonna use, let's see, what do we wanna use? We're gonna use medium. We're gonna go right here. And you can kind of, you know, situate them so that maybe, you know, they're, because I mean, the waves aren't all gonna be the same. Oh, not in Tasmania, okay. Okay, so we're gonna use some of that lighter blue here. New pastels, as long as it's a as long as it's a chalk pastel cat. Anything like oil pastels won't work. There's too much moisture. You need something dry. You could even experiment with just like colored chalk if you wanted to. You could see how that works. But the eyeshadow would be fun. Okay. There we go. All right, we're going to add some of that teal on the outside over here. I'm using the palette again. Okay. We're going to use medium. Okay, just like so. Move this over a little bit so you can see. Okay, use medium right there. Okay, getting some of that teal in. Okay. There we go. can also, if you didn't want to use a brush, you can use a light cotton ball just to sweep it across. You're creating those kind of soft lines here. All right, now we're going to use the small. We're going to get some of that dark blue again. Thank you, Mia. Okay, dark blue. Thank you, Sharon. All right, we're going to use the dark blue along the edge here. Thank you, Miranda. Yeah, once you get these all on here, it really comes together. And it's really just a simple way to do your background. Okay. Soften that up just a bit. Okay, now we're going to grab the small again. I'm actually turning out not to use the large one quite as much. Let's see. We're going to put a little bit here. And we're going to use, let's see. We're going to use our kind of medium blue here. I have one sort of hardcover one. I think it was a French print of Secret Garden. Yeah, I'll pull it out here as soon as we're done. All right. Okay, and I know I'm overlapping, and that's okay. Okay. Using that medium blue here. It's also important that you always use the same side of the paper, or you're going to be pressing all of this pastel that's on onto your picture, and you will lose control of how much and where you're putting your pigment. All right, we're going to get another small here. We're going to put it here, and we're going to use that dark blue again. Library binding, yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna put that there. Okay, there. Sweep that away. Okay, let's see. We need to add, I see some bigger waves here, so we're gonna add the small again here. Okay, let's use our pastel ones here. We've got this pigment here. Oh. See, that can happen. Okay, there we go. So you can see I got a little double wave there, but that's okay. All right, let's throw in, let's see, we're gonna soften that just a little bit. It's a little bit too harsh there on the side. All right, we're gonna throw in one more right here. I think we'll do medium. And we're going to do, no, you know, we're gonna do a small here. We're going to do a darker one again because we want this to pop, but we're going to use the palette dark one. Okay. Ooh, that almost fell. Could have been bad. Okay. All right, there we go. And you know what? We're going to throw in a little bit here too, just so that it's nice and even. Okay. All right. So now we have all of our waves in. Okay. We're going to zoom in here so you can see it a little bit more. You can see all these waves here. Okay. Now, if you've gotten a little bit on like say, like I've got some blue here on the octopus, we're going to zoom in. Okay. Make sure that we're nice and in focus. Okay. We're going to take our Q-tip here. We don't want to take the eraser because we don't want to lift pigment off the octopus. And we're just going to kind of rub a little bit to get off a lot of that initial. So you can see, now you see there's a little bit of red on here, so I am getting rid of it. So you don't want to press too hard, but it's enough that you are taking some of that pastel off your coloring a little bit. Okay. There we go. So you're getting some of that pastel off, you can see on there. Okay. So, okay, sounds good, Elizabeth. Have a good night. All right. Now, because we have the waves, bubbles aren't, you know, if it were my page, I probably wouldn't do them. Now, Also, one of the things too is if you see you've got a line harsher than you'd like, you can take, oh goodness, Crystal. You can take this Q-tip here and you can also just kind of rub it and soften the edge a little bit of the wave, okay? Same thing, like I've got this one over here and you can soften that, okay? All right, so now what we're gonna do, because we are gonna create a few bubbles just so that we can do it that way, all right? So you have our kneadable eraser here, all right? Now I'm actually running in my fingers a little bit because I have a lot of pastel on my fingers and I'm using it to sort of clean my hand just a bit, okay? Yeah, exactly, Donna. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shape it. And again, you could do this with the plastic eraser too. I just like these kneadable ones because you can be more precise with it. Oh, there you go, Crystal. Yeah, I just started back at the beginning. We're just going to erase everything and start back over. All right, so I've got it in a little bit of a pointed shape here, all right? So now we need to find a good place that's a good candidate for it. And I think right here, because we've got a lot of blue. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here. Okay, we're not going to put a ton of bubbles, but we'll put some here just for the sake of doing bubbles. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to start by just tapping this where we want it. And you see how we're getting this little circle now? Okay, because it doesn't need to be stark white by any means. And you can see I'm getting some of that pigment on my eraser here. Okay. Now, you can do this one of two ways. You can outline it with pencil, or you can outline it with pastel. I am going to use pastel because it's going to be more precise that way. Okay, Crystal. No more, no more. We're done with the humps. We're done with the humps. All right, so now we're going to take our stick here, okay? And what we're going to do, you want to use the corners so you can get a bit of a point, okay? And you're not outlining the entire thing, okay? Go around the circle here. Okay. You're creating a little bit of a darker line to make it stand out more from the rest, okay? Now, you can do one of two things. You can do, thanks for the lyric, Jim. You can use your blending stump here or your Q-tip. We'll do some with both, okay? So we're gonna take our blending stump. Okay, I'm gonna blend that in a little bit. Now you see it's pretty light, so if you wanted to, you can take your darker stick or whatever darker blue that you have, and I'm gonna go back over it again. Okay, there you go, just a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna take my blending stump again. Okay. And we're just going to outline that just a little bit. Okay, now would be a good time to use the Q-tip to soften that edge just a little bit. Okay? Now, if you feel like it's a little too dark around the outside, then you can take your kneadable eraser again. Okay? And just dab it a little bit. Okay? And if you wanted to blend it a little bit more, you can take your blender, take some of your pencil dust that you had, or your pastel dust, okay? And just sort of blend that around it, okay? And then one other thing that you can do, I'm just gonna grab this because it's close. You could use a Posca pen or whatever white gel pen you have, okay? And if you want, you can kind of create a bit of a highlight or just go around the edge, or you can even use, where did I put it? You could use pastel to create white, or you could even grab your white Prismacolor and also create a little bit of white there. Okay, so that's a bubble there. Now we're going to go through, we're going to create a few more. using that same process, okay? So I'm just looking for places. We're gonna create a small one above it, okay? So I'm gonna create my circles first, okay? Just like that, okay? We're gonna create a small one up here. Oh, seriously, Crystal, and I love the kneaded eraser, it's great. All right, so we got that there. We'll add a bubble down here. That's the kind of sticky noise that it makes when it sticks to it. Okay, we're gonna add one here. Okay, and if it gets too much pigment on it, you just knead it around. Okay, point it. All right, there you go. We're gonna add another small one up here. Do you have any ideas on what brand of pencil you use on the next spec? Yes, Don, I do. I'm actually going to use the Artezas. But if you don't have them and you're going to get them, hold out until Friday, because I may have a little treat for you on Friday that, yeah, would assist in it. So I guess it would put you behind a little bit on it, but I can't release this thing until Friday. So if you don't have the Artezas, just hold off. Don't get anything quite yet. Okay, so right now I'm just going through. Okay, and once you get the hang of it, you can go pretty quick on these bubbles too. Go one over here. Okay, gonna add one up here. Okay, all right, I think that's enough bubbles for now. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna take my stick here and I'm just going to quickly outline all the bubbles. Okay. Like so. All right. Okay. And I'm not drawing the circle all the way around. Okay. That. Okay. I'm going to turn this over so I can get a sharp point again. Okay. Here we go. I don't have a Canadian website. I'll have a, yeah, US and UK, but I'll have links for both of them. It's my first Wednesday stream. Oh, actually, I think I missed every Wednesday until now. Well, one of the Wednesdays got canceled, Crystal, because I had computer issues, but yeah, no worries. And I'll figure out the pages I want, and I'll put up the poll for it too, so that we can know, you know, obviously we can vote on which page we want to start for Friday. Okay. There we go. You don't need the same pencils, you can flip like same colors. Yeah, and I plan on mentioning, like for instance, I've already noticed some of the colors are similar in color to Prismacolor. So I'll be mentioning too, like, oh, well, this one's similar to this if you have this. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Sarah. All right. So, but if you are wanting to get them, just hold off. And like I said, I'll have a little treat for you on Friday. Okay, so we're just gonna blend that a little bit. Because I mean, bubbles are meant to be fairly subtle anyway, you know? I mean, they're clear. All right, so we're just blending the edges on there with the blending stump. I'm gonna take this here. Okay, this was the kind of lighter teal one. And you can do this with the chalk pastels too, just use the tiny little palms. Okay, I'm gonna add this color to the other side. Okay. Do the same with that bubble we made earlier. Okay, just like that. Like that. Okay, now we're going to take the Q-tip. I'm going to blow away some of that. All right, we're going to take the Q-tip and we're just going to kind of blend those a little bit, okay? Just like so. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take the white Prismacolor again. Okay, and we're just going to kind of go over that just a bit, okay? And like I said, they don't have to be super stark white by any means, but if they end up a little bit too blended, all you need to do, take over the white, okay, is take the kneaded eraser. Thank you, Kimmy. Look at her doing her modding even when she doesn't feel well. Okay. Now we're going to go through and you can just dab your bubbles once more if you want to make them pop a bit more, okay? Now you'll notice we have these drawn bubbles that Johanna added that we haven't done anything with yet. What we're going to do with them is waiting until the background was finished, okay? All right, so what I plan to do, I couldn't find my circle maker like yours, so I ordered a set of stencils that have a ton of different side circles. Oh, perfect. Okay, good job, Sarah. Exactly, Pat. Yeah, it seems like they're strong when you first put it down, but because pastels, you know, smudge, it makes it nice and subtle. Okay, so now what we're going to do for these bubbles is I'm actually going to just grab, where is it? My blue gel pen. Okay. There you go, Sarah. All right, we're going to zoom in for this so you can see. Boop, boop. Okay, now you could do a couple things. You could use some white paint or white ink if you wanted to fill in each and every one of these. I'm not going to do that for this one, but you know, you can always make like a little white bubble on here if you want. Like a puffy pink could work too. But for this, I'm just going to use my blue gel pen. And I'm not going to go the whole thing, but just kind of I'm drawing an outline on just one side. And that is all I'm going to do for it. Okay. That's just adding a little bit of color to it. Blue wink of Stella. No way. No way. Thanks, Kimmy. No, I learned my lesson with that one. No way. Now keep in mind, when you do press your hand, if you're doing stuff over the top, don't shift your hand a lot. Just if you're going to rest it on top, just rest it there and leave it, because you will smear that pastel until it sets. If you put like some sort of spray over the top. And like I said, you could just use, like I've heard, aerosol hairspray. You could buy, you know, and they've got all kinds of things on at craft stores and whatnot. Okay. And I'm doing this last because you don't, you know, I want it to sparkle a bit more, but I also don't want to accidentally smear it when I'm doing the pastels. You know, you're rubbing all over the paper, everything. That's why when you do it, you want to make sure that, I mean, it was good that we waited today because you want to make sure that all of that gel pen is completely dry. Otherwise, you will smear it all over your page. Okay, almost done. Like literally, we are almost done. All right. Okay, ladies and gents. I think we have finished it. What do you think? We've got our waves, our bubbles, our you know, seafloor here. All of our little fish. Let's see, maybe I can raise this up a little bit more so we can see the whole thing. One sec. Let's see here. Let's see. There we go. Raise that up a bit more here. There we go. And there we go. It is all done. And I will post, I'll take a picture of it, you know, and everything tomorrow. I know we're getting a little bit of a glare here from my light, but we have officially finished our second page of our brand new stream. Look at that. Very nice. Let's see. Oh, we're making sure we're nice and in focus here. Another one completed. Looks great. Thanks, Pat. Can't figure out the Ergo Software. I cannot get them to blend at all, no matter what I need. I don't use any kind of blending stuff, Dawn. The key is lots of light layers. So start out light, and then you can always add more. You need to have a light hand with them, for sure. I still love the rainbow fish. She's the best. Well, that was a very good idea, Kat. They're amazing for a budget brand, and Light Fast, too. Exactly. It's fantastic. Thank you. I'm going to get some one day when I can afford it. That'll be great. Yeah. It's funny because, like, on my phone, the color is so bright orangey. Like, on my laptop, the color is normal. On this other screen I have, it's so different. But I can't see any of the conversation about the fine liners. It's probably scrolled up pretty high. I think eventually the chat disappears. You'd have to go back to the time and watch it. But that is it, chat. It is finished. It is finito. Let's see, how long a stream did we do today? 2 hours, 8 minutes? Not bad. Not bad at all. So, yeah, I guess we're all done with that. I'm going to pick out some pages from, I'll have to double check to see where the poll's at, but it's probably going to be Magical Jungle. So I'll pick out a couple pages from there. And then, yeah, we're going to do the Artisas. But like I said, I'm going to have a little treat on Friday. So, yeah, I had to restart the video. I didn't restart the whole stream, but I did have to restart the video. So, yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Did anybody have any questions or anything before we head out for the night? It's 10:30. Yeah, that was almost exactly a 2-hour stream. That was pretty good. We did it, Jack. Good job, Tyler. Oh, thank you for linking those. That's a Facebook group and Instagram and everything. You want to keep up on the polls and what's going on in the group. But as of Friday, we will be starting a brand new picture. I'll put a poll, so be sure to check Instagram or Facebook to vote for what you want. We'll be using Artisa pencils. Like I said, I'll have another thing popping up about Artisas on Friday, so keep an eye on the YouTube, and I'll put a link to it on Instagram too. So, oh, you're welcome, Miranda. Won't see the stream Friday. That's okay, Sharon. You can catch up on the weekend. Go ahead and vote anyway, and that way you can, you know, get a page maybe that you like. So, there we go. Our Lost Ocean Ozzy the Octopus is all done. All right. Well, I'm going to cut it here then. And everybody have a great 4th of July. Be safe. Enjoy your family. And I will see you all Friday evening. No, Tyler. No, no, no. We stopped that joke. We stopped that joke. No more of that joke. Okay. Bad mod. Bad. All right. Have a good night, everyone. And I will see you all Friday evening. Bye.